Hey guys, this is Imp from Black Talon Gaming, and I want to welcome you to my guide to starting a new game in Paradox Interactive's Stellaris. And if you don't know, go ahead and click a link. I'm going to go ahead and provide a link somewhere around here. And click that link and it'll take you to a review / explanation of what Stellaris is. Alright, for this video, I'm going to go ahead and show you what my opening moves are when I'm playing this game. I've been playing humans, I think this will be like my 10th time, 12th time, something like that. I played a couple of the other ones a little bit, but not too much. And let's go ahead and start. Well, before we start, I'm going to... You know what? I think, yeah, I'm going to keep humans. I'm going to do a small galaxy. Let's do a medium galaxy. Let's do 2 arms and 12 dudes and no advanced AI starts. Normal everything. And I don't even think you can do easy. No, you can't. In terms of aggressive, you can change their aggressiveness. Don't care. Not going to do Iron Man. Still wanting a little bit more experience before I start Iron Manning around. It's not that big a deal though. Like, if you've seen my other video, and that was on normal difficulty, I'm pretty sure I can do Iron Man on hard and, you know, get any specific achievement I'm aiming for. Alright, let's go ahead and begin. And the first thing you want to do is make sure you don't unpause. The first thing you want to do is, while the game is paused, go ahead and set your technology researches. My recommendation for physics is you want to go for the solar panel network, because that will give you a big boost to your economy right off the bat. And depending on what you find in Sol, this might be really important. If you don't have orbital energy conversion, then I would recommend taking gravitics sensors, or sometimes they give you like the impulse engines. I would take those as well, because that will speed up how quickly your ships, or well, future ships, will be able to explore systems. But everything else the same, go solar panel network, because that's going to be your ability to turn out the energy is going to be a major well, it could potentially stonewall you. So alright, let's go to society. And this is a no-brainer. Always choose colony ship. And then for engineering, if it's got the defense base, you want the defense base. If it doesn't, I'd go for ion thruster. And sorry, I quoted the ion thrusters as being up here. They're down here. If there's a defense base open, I choose defense base always, because you want to be able to put up a defense base in the next system that you colonize, because the pirate event always happens, and without a defense base, your systems will fall, and that's just a waste of resources you can't afford. Alright, so techs are selected, and your next thing is you're going to select your science ship, and it's already going to have a scientist. You're going to click on Luna, you're going to click Survey System, and he'll set a autopath for surveying the entire system. You're going to click on Earth, and the first thing I build right out the bat is a science ship, because I like to begin exploring and begin spreading as quickly as I possibly can to try to gain as many systems and as many resources as I can. At the very get-go of the game, your major choke to your expansion is going to be your minerals, and you can see that the science ship is a really hefty investment. At the start, you can either build 2 mining stations or a mining station and a starship. I still recommend going for the starship, because with a little bit of planning and a little bit of luck, hopefully you won't be behind on mineral production too much. Like, the idea is probably Luna's not going to have minerals, and by the time it gets over and investigates Mercury or what have you, you should have another 90, you know, you should be good. You have enough for 1 just in case Luna does pop minerals. And go ahead and turn this up. Okay, nothing at Luna. So what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and have this guy follow there. And like I said, your major choke chokehold is going to be minerals, so avoid.
Construction complete.
Don't worry about research, don't worry about energy. Just if a mineral pops up, you start mining the minerals. And then after all your mineral mines in this system are set up, then you go and get everything else. Alright, so the sun ship is complete. I'm going to go ahead and recruit a new dude, hopefully one with a survey speed. So that's okay, I'm going to recruit that, give that guy that. And you're going to deploy him to another system. I'm going to send him to Bernard Star to map it. We might have gotten really unlucky and we might not have any minerals or energy in this system. That happens sometimes. It usually means that really close by you'll have minerals or a significantly mineral rich system nearby. However, Mars just popped 2 minerals, so we know that's not the case. We're going to go ahead and right click and build mining station. If you choose materialist as your starting thing, then as your starting trait, your leader will likely have the trait that makes it cheaper to build mining stations, and that can come in real handy at the very start of the game. And as you see, we're now down. We're gonna have to build one here, and in a few months we'll be able to build the next one at Vesta. Gonna go ahead and set his waypoints to go there.
Anomaly found.
And research.
System survey complete.
Right, Bernard Star is been fully researched. Must not have had too many planets. Let's take a look. We've got a gas giant producing some energy, and we've got Bernard Star, so that will probably be the second place I expand to. I always expand nearby to pick up some extra energy and minerals before I start. Usually you're going to be able to do that way before you're going to be able to get any colony ships out. And so we're going to head to Alpha Centauri, and we're going to survey system. I fully expect we'll find a habitable planet at Alpha Centauri. Alright, there we go. We've got enough minerals, and now we're going to build another mining station. So you can see there we had a few seconds of wait time before we were able to get this mineral field or mineral station under construction. So far I'm liking what I'm seeing. I'm predicting that we're going to have energy on Neptune and energy on Jupiter, and maybe 1 or 2 more mineral patches in the rest of the planet woods. Okay, we'll continue on your mission, dude. Alright, that one's clear, and here we go. Usually some sort of science pops up on the road. There we go, Ganymede popped up with 2 minerals, and I bet...
Anomaly found.
Jupiter popped with an anomaly, but with no energy. Venus popped with minerals. That's really interesting. Looks like we're going to be mineral rich as opposed to mineral poor. Of course, we're still behind the times right now. We get there and we have to wait a few months before we're able to move on. I don't think we haven't surveyed Saturn yet. No, we have. There we go. So Jupiter just popped 2 energy. For now. Usually we discover space cows. There's a group of space monsters that goes from system to system, and by now we've usually encountered them.
System survey complete.
Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at all that. And Alpha Centauri has 1 planet that is colonizable. I don't see anything of use. Another thing that you have to keep in mind when you're playing is that before you colonize any planet, if it has any resources or anything there, you want to put the mining or the research station up before you colonize it, because if you put the research station up and then you colonize it, it will continue to provide that research bonus. Whereas if you colonize it, then it loses that bonus and you can no longer put that research station up. And so that is done. Let's go ahead and check out Casa Blues, whatever it's called. And there's a black hole. Black holes are a good source of physics research. You can identify black holes because they look like that. Pulsar stars look slightly different too. They kind of look like gassy stars. Don't know how else to put that. Let's see if I can see one right off the bat. There's another black hole. So yeah, like right in close we have 2 black holes. There's another black hole. Being able to identify your sources of science without needing to survey them and stuff like that is really good for you. We might have to wait till we stumble upon a pulsar before we know that it is a pulsar, but with black holes you can definitely identify them without having mapped that area. I'm predicting that Neptune is going to pop 2 energy. Let's see. Nope, I was wrong.
System survey
Okay,
complete.
Triton popped some energy. Now I'm gonna send this one. There's a pulsar right there. See how it kind of looks like it's a, like it's giving off some sort of emission from the top and bottom of the. I guess that's the axis upon which it spins. Let's go ahead and send this one here to explore.
Alien vessel updated. Evading hostile fleet.
Those are shard creatures or whatever they're called. Or no, these are space amoebas, excuse me. You can... I can't remember what exactly they give you, but each one of these little neutral space creatures, when you kill them, they give you some stuff. They give you some stuff. Not sure how else to put that. And everybody likes stuff. This is a pretty decent starting soul system. That's very quick. We already discovered a primitive civilization, so that must be here. Yep, right there. What do they look like? So these are the primitives. You can put an observation post above their planet and gain some awesome benefits, usually science. And unfortunately, if they are not very similar to you in terms of ideologies, it's usually not worth it to advance them, in my opinion. These guys are militarists and they're xenophobes, so that, I mean, to me, that it wouldn't be worth it unless they have some very specific. Yeah, no, I don't. Other than if I needed them for colonizing Arctic planets, I don't know what use I would have for them. They're slow learners, they're slow moving, stuff like that. So
Anomaly found.
So instead, what I'll do is I'll set up a research station and just leave that research station to its thing, you know. We almost have enough for our next mining station. There we go. Like I told you, your biggest restriction, your biggest choke point is going to be the minerals at first. But it is worth it to have more than one science ship, you know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and survey this system first, and then survey this system. Of course, use your shift key to add waypoints. Another thing that is useful is to take note of the nebulas in the game, and it seems that we have a nebula right here. It may go right through there. Nebulas are important because the planets in a nebula, especially the gas giants, will spawn rare resources once you've researched the technology to exploit those rare resources.
Situation log updated. System survey complete.
You're gonna get awesome little projects like that all the time, so just be prepared. Gonna drop there. Drop there. I'm gonna do one of those.
Situation log updated. Evading hostile fleet.
Okay, yeah, those are legitimately evil and will kill your crap. Not finding as many habitable planets nearby as usually. Usually you can find, well, I'll probably check Sirius out next instead of trying to go south. Because I'm not going to make it to Vega anytime soon. And you don't necessarily even have to explore the world. You don't necessarily have to have explored the world to see what colonizable planets are there. On Mufrid 2, you can see that we have a continental world, and we can colonize that right now. And that will, I might do that. I saw amoebas there. I don't know if they're there still. See how close we are. 9, 19, 13. Alright, good. And now we've got 15 minerals worth of output per minute. So that's always good.
Anomaly found.
I'm pretty much going to take y'all up until the point of me constructing my first colony ship. And that will give you a good idea of how to start the game And if you disagree or if you have any other opening strategies, please let me know. I always choose to open with 2 science ships because you get so much more done, so much quicker. Like here, I've uncovered 3 continental worlds. Like I know I'm going to be expanding there, and there. Like, not to mention I've got mineral resources I'm going to exploit in Bernard Star and so on and so forth. And now you see that we're getting enough minerals fast enough that I complete 1 mining station and I'm able to, in the time allotted, regenerate all my, well, maybe not the time allotted.
Research complete. System survey complete.
We get pretty darn close. Alright, new research. There's one defense station. Don't see it. We're gonna go with nanocomposites, and we're gonna go with fusion power. Another interesting thing to note is that your mineral storage capacity can be increased with a building that you can build on the planet. Your energy storage capacity can never be increased, so there's a slight balancing act. You never want your, like, at some point you're gonna want to like even run a negative energy balance just because you don't want to waste that kind of resource, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how else to put it. Like there's a delicate balancing act with the energy going on if you want to be as efficient as you possibly can be. Let's see if we get 90 before this guy finishes. We just might. No, we're gonna go away. But that's alright. Because now we're making good time.
System survey complete.
And this will roughly double my production of engineering research. So hopefully I'll be able to get that defense station really quick. In the meantime, what do I want to do? I usually build a defense station in a second system that I explore and stuff like that, but I'm not going to be able to.
Research complete.
Alright, we've got colony ships, so let's go ahead and do this one. I think it is once that you build any mining station in another system, it increases the chance for the it starts the mean time to spawning or whatever for the pirate event. Oh, both my science ships are sleeping, so let me go ahead and continue. Alright, we're about done with this, and pretty much I think you got the gist of it. It's that I start out with 2 science ships, and I just keep a very close eye because I want to expand as fast as I possibly can. You want to build up your mineral production because that's going to be your main bottleneck to expansion and building new ships. None of the ships require energy outright to produce, but they do require energy to maintain. However, they require minerals to produce and minerals to maintain, as well as energy to maintain. So your mineral production is very important for the game. One of the cool things I found out in my other games is that the AI empires, be on good terms with them if you're not planning to conquer them outright. Because one of the things you can do is, I remember having like 200 minerals and like a plus 100 or plus 200 to my mineral production, and that was in my other game, if you had seen that video. And of course when you go to war, you're like, oh, I need to build a new fleet, or I need to build this fancy new thing, blah 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 blah. If you try to trade them energy for a lump sum of minerals, like, I've never seen them take that before. I think that's maybe one feature. They like make the energy more attractive to the AI. They won't take energy, but they will. You can trade your mineral production, future mineral production, for current. Essentially, you take a loan on your minerals. So like, I was able to get something like 1,500 minerals in exchange for, you know, like 20 or so minerals per turn, minerals per month. So they'll definitely take deals like that, and you need the minerals now, and you know, they get 10 years worth of income. And usually
Situation log updated.
Usually, like, it's not a big deal at all. You know what I'm saying? Looks like I found my first AI empire, I think. Yes. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and stop here, because my next action would be to build a colony ship and to take it to Alpha Centauri. However, after this point, the game starts to change a little bit, and from person to person, it's going to be different, because, like, for example, I happen to have a nebula right nearby me, so I'm probably going to put a bit more. I'm going to probably put a bit more impetus and a bit more resources into trying to colonize that nebula than I am going to be trying to go up here. I'm going to send one ship this way and one ship this way, and all things being equal, the nebula is going to win out, because it's going to have more resources over time. You know what I'm saying? So I'll probably spend more of my frontier stations and my influence there than I will some other place. Anyhow, that's my guide to starting a game of Stellaris. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them below in the comments. Like and subscribe. If you have a better start strategy, go ahead and leave that below. I'd love to hear it, because I want to play well, and that's how you play well, is you learn. Anyhow, thanks for watching. Y'all have a great day. Peace.